evening and welcome to this edition of News Leader. I'm Andrew Todd. In tonight's news, the Tullahoma Wildcats are looking for their second win of the season. AEDC has completed testing on the Air Force's next generation of jet engine, and the Duck River Watershed Group is canoeing the entire Duck River. We'll have all these stories and more on tonight's News Leader.
Hi there, this is Terry Stroop, Stroop's Accurate Refrigeration. Summer's about to wind down, fall's right around the corner. It's time to get signed up for your fall maintenance checks, and let's get out and support our local high school football this year. Let's go, Cats!
Come on. Yeah. Come on. Yeah. Woo.
You're not going to get it all right. Just make sure you nail the big stuff. Like making sure your kids are in the right seat for their age and size. Get it right at nhtsa.gov/the-right-seat.
Here at Barkview Senior Living, they're human friendly. That's why I love it here, and so does my senior human. When they want a bite, they get chef-prepared meals, and so do I. Movies in the theater, day trips, walks on the trail, and other senior humans to play with. The grass and the grounds are exquisite. It's everything my human needs to be healthy and active. Parkview Senior Living, for your dog's best friend, you.
Welcome back. The 1-3 Tullahoma Wildcats take on the 3-2 Pearl Cone Firebirds in an away game this Friday night. John Gray spoke with Coach Sisk about the matchup.
Well, I'll tell you what, let's talk a little bit about, Coach, about next week. We're going to Pearl Cone.
Headed to Pearl Cone next week, who we know is always a great opponent. And these guys, they tend to reload year after year after year. Very tough, played 2 tough football games against them last year, and don't see this one being any different. These guys will be hungry for the Wildcats, and yep. I'm anxious to get out, to practice and get our guys ready to go to Pearl Cone. It'll be a wild environment. From what I've been told, John, Pearl Cone's got the best fish sandwich in the state of Tennessee.
They've claimed that for a long time. We're gonna have to try it out.
You have to give them a shot. They've redone some work in the stadium, so. It's always interesting to get over there. It's just a different type of atmosphere.
Well, and to let our fans know, Pearl Cone is a different classification of school up in Nashville, up in that Davidson County. And what they do in Davidson County now is they have schools. I think Pearl Cone is either an art or music school.
Yeah, they're music, fine arts, music and recording. All right, but they also have MLK that is right next door, to Pearl Cone. So Pearl Cone is actually they're a 3A program that has opted up to play 4.
Right.
But they co-op with.
Well, but any kid in Davidson County,
yes,
can say, I want to be involved in the music program. I just happen to be 6'4" and weigh 300 pounds, and I play football.
Well, and
so it's not recruiting, but it's placement to bring a lot of top athletes into one school.
And look, Coach Bernetti and those guys, they do a great job getting their guys in there, and they do a good job of coaching them. All right. And they're ready to play whenever you get there, and we'll see.
Yeah.
They're a group that, for lack of a better word, they want to intimidate you. And when you get to that place, that's what they want. They want you to be intimidated. All right. Our guys have to rise to the occasion.
Yeah.
And they've got to be ready. And what we've got to be ready for after that is homecoming.
There it is.
Right.
The next week is what's that? Hillwood.
Mm-hmm. So. A few weeks right here that we've got to really focus, and get ourselves ready to play football.
There you go.
Because we're getting into the second half of the season, and
boy, it goes by quickly, doesn't it?
It does. And what we want is that second season. What we're doing is hunting that playoff. So we'll keep an eye on how everybody else in our region is doing, and we know we're 0-2 in the region right now, but
There's a whole lot of other people lost in the region. The only ones that hadn't lost is Pearl Cone and Marshall County. Everybody else has lost either 1 or 2 ball games.
And the front half of our schedule, really is. Front half of our schedule is competitive and tough. Not that the second half isn't. But what I'm saying is the front half of our schedule
is the heavy part of it. Heavy lifting.
Well, they're emotional games, and you start from Shelbyville to Coffee. Then the big region games. All right, with Marshall, Creekwood, and Pearl. So, those are all really, really big games.
Right.
And the ones coming up are big, but that right there, as far as emotional, and what are normally your region leaders, they're all at the front side of your schedule. And for a young team,
that's tough.
That's tough. But now, we're growing up.
We will, and I think you've got a few surprises getting ready to come around here in a little while.
Well, there's no doubt we're going to
And you're going to get some of your players back that hadn't been able to play.
We're going to keep working and keep making sure we're developing these guys. And I'm telling you, the talent's there.
It's there.
It's there.
And the coaching's there. You just got to get the two of them together.
Just got to match it up
and
at the right time.
Match it up and let the kids are going to be kids, but the cream comes to the top. It always does. And the ones who want to play will find a way to get on the field.
There's absolutely no doubt.
No doubt about it. Coach Coy Sisk, thank you, buddy. Appreciate you. And we'll see you folks at Pearl Cone next Friday night.
Coffee County Mayor Judd Matheny has chosen longtime Coffee County resident and attorney Ed North as the temporary part-time Coffee County attorney effective October 1st. Robert Bob Husky announced his retirement to the full county commission meeting on September 13th. Husky performed nearly 2 decades of service to the citizens of Coffee County, in addition to his private practice and an illustrious career as a JAG officer in the United States Army. Ed North is a 1994 graduate of Coffee County Central High School, received his Bachelor of Business Administration from MTSU, and his Juris Doctor from the University of Memphis's Cecil C. Humphreys School of Law in 2003. He has practiced continuously as an associate and partner of the Manchester-based law firm of Rogers, Duncan & North. In addition, he is owner and operator of North Properties and North Farms. North is admitted to the Supreme Court of Tennessee and the United States District Court, Eastern District of Tennessee. He is an active member of the Coffee County Bar Association, where he has served in the past as president, vice president, and treasurer. Additional memberships include the Tennessee Bar Association, where he has also served as their House of Delegates since 2009. Ed is also a master beef producer and a member of the Tennessee Cattlemen's Association. Mayor Judd Matheny wishes Bob Husky a joyful retirement and looks forward to a positive working relationship with Mr. North and the citizens of Coffee County. And we'll be right back after these messages.
Macarthur Manor Assisted Living is passionate about creating better experiences for our Manchester seniors. Our residents describe us in a few words.
Welcoming.
When you walk through the doors at Macarthur Manor, we'll treat you like family.
Caring.
Through high standards of personalized care, we help residents live life to its fullest.
Engaging.
With a wide range of life-enriching activities, there is something for everyone at Macarthur Manor. With our residents and staff now vaccinated, call us today to schedule your safe and personalized tour.
Do you love sports? Then you should know about STEM. Because maximizing nutrition, analyzing peak muscle performance, calculating the perfect shot, and more are all made possible by science, technology, engineering, and math. In fact, there are more careers than ever in sports science. So if you have a passion for sports, then think about getting involved in STEM and improve everyone's game on and off the field. Get inspired at SheCanSTEM.com.
My husband was diagnosed with a spinal infection. He lost his ability to swallow and the movement of his legs.
I couldn't turn over in bed, I couldn't walk, I couldn't eat.
They were just wonderful in the treatment and care they gave my husband.
I regained my mobility where I was able to go home.
It is miraculous.
Let us champion your recovery. Life Care Center of Tullahoma.
Welcome back. The U.S. Air Force and GE have successfully concluded testing on GE's second XA-100 adaptive cycle engine at Air Force's Arnold Engineering Development Complex. With testing at AEDC completed, GE has accomplished the final major contract milestone of the Air Force's Adaptive Engine Transition Program, which began in 2016. David Tweedy, GE Edison Works Vice President and General Manager for Advanced Products, said, quote, "This is the culmination of more than a decade of methodical risk reduction and testing GE has completed with the Air Force across 3 different adaptive cycle engine programs. The engine performance data we gathered at AEDC continued to show the XA-100's transformative compatibility while also demonstrating a return on substantial Air Force and taxpayer investment. We now stand ready to transition to an engineering and manufacturing development program and bring this engine to the field with the F-35 before the end of this decade. This engine isn't a concept, proposal, or research program. This is a flight-weight, highly product-relevant engine that would provide the F-35 with 30% more range, greater than 20% faster acceleration, and significant mission systems growth to harness the F-35's full capabilities for Block 4 upgrades and beyond. The XA-100 is the only F-35 propulsion modernization option that has been built, fully tested, and evaluated against Air Force performance targets, and the only option that provides the Air Force the capability it needs to outpace its adversaries for decades to come." End quote. The XA-100 combines 3 key innovations to deliver a generational change in combat propulsion performance. First, an adaptive engine cycle that provides both a high-thrust mode for maximum power and a high-efficiency mode for optimum fuel savings and loiter time. Secondly, a third-stream architecture that provides a step change in thermal management capability, enabling future mission systems for increased combat effectiveness. And lastly, extensive use of advanced component technologies, including ceramic matrix composites, polymer matrix composites, and additive manufacturing. These revolutionary innovations increase thrust more than 10%, improve fuel efficiency by 25%, and provide significantly more aircraft heat dissipation capacity, all within the same physical envelope as current propulsion systems. GE's engine is uniquely designed to fit in the F-35A as well as the F-35C without modifications to the tailhook. The XA-100's improved fuel efficiency provides a significant reduction in carbon emissions and will operate on any U.S. Air Force approved sustainable aviation fuel. And more news is coming up after these messages.
It's not invoice. It's not MSRP. It's not Christmas Day, although it may feel like it. It's the lowest prices in Middle Tennessee, period. It's a Stan McNabb Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram or Stan McNabb Chevrolet Buick GMC Cadillac before these prices are gone forever.
I had a knee replacement, so they've got me in life care, which I'm very, very thankful for. I couldn't garden, I couldn't do my flower beds, I can't chase my little dogs. I have been in several therapy sessions for knees and back, and that's the best therapist I believe I've ever been to. It's tremendous because I'm able to walk again, but if it wasn't for the care, I wouldn't be where I am.
Let us champion your recovery. Life Care Center of Tullahoma.
Get your news first, fast, and free with your news leader on 6 every Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday nights at 6, 8, and 10 p.m. Local weather, sports, community calendar events, and a comprehensive look at the latest news stories and news makers as only a video news broadcast can do. Get it first, fast, and free with News Leader on Channel 6, your local information network.
This Saturday, the Duck River Watershed has announced they will be conducting a canoe trip where they will be canoeing the entire 280 plus miles of the Duck River. Our John Gray spoke with founder Kevin Van about it.
The Duck River Watershed Society is indeed a nonprofit, grassroots environmental organization. Our two primary focuses is the quality of water in the surrounding areas. And when I say the watershed, I mean the 300,000 people who depend upon the Duck River for their water and their water quality.
Right.
Secondly is the fact that we are adjacent to the most biodiverse river in all of North America. And many people don't realize that. And I certainly didn't realize that until about 10 years ago.
Right.
Which of course it just got me stimulated into wanting to give back to the preservation of this. So you're talking about 150 different types of fishes and about 50 different mussels. And again, there are more fish species in the Duck River than all the rivers in Europe. So that in itself is
that's pretty amazing.
It is. So what's happening on this Sunday at 12 noon, we are launching some canoes at the confluencia, as you will, where the two rivers meet, the Little Duck and the Duck River,
right,
at Yellowstone Fort State Park. That's considered ground, or I should say mile marker 0. So from that point when we launch, we're going to spend hopefully the next 10 days traversing 268.5 miles to where the Duck River empties into the Tennessee River. So along the way, we'll be meeting with members of the press, like in Shelbyville, Columbia, Lewisburg, just having a little gathering at the riverside. It's basically an awareness campaign. Let's just call it what it is. We are just trying to get our name out there, pardon me, and we're just trying to get people to be refocused on what a biological gem we have in our backyard.
So you'll be having tents and it's all outdoor, like a camping trip.
It is a camping trip. There'll be periods of time where we'll be sleeping on the rocky shoals right in the middle of the river, or even on like a little ledge on the outside. Doing my own cooking and cleaning up, but spending the night right on the river.
So that's like walking the Appalachian Trail, pretty much, except you're doing it on water in a canoe.
Well, Appalachian Trail, I think, has got a few more miles associated.
Well, it's sort of the same thing, except this group does not have shelters built along the way for folks to do that.
Right.
So it's just really not alone like that show, but you're out in nature and seeing the beauty of Tennessee.
Absolutely. And I had the good fortune of actually doing this same trip in 1999. So we're doing a retrace, and I'm going to revisit some of my favorite spots along the river there. But there are periods of time where I didn't see an individual for 3 days. So there are some very remote sections of the Duck River. It's a pretty amazing river.
And when I went down that river at one point, we put in over on the way outside of Normandy.
Okay.
And put in over there, and the rock formations, to me, what's so beautiful, you can be on that river and at some point you feel like you're going uphill, and it's because of the way the rocks and the water parallel each other or don't parallel each other. You're going, wait a minute, this river's running uphill.
This is an optical illusion.
Yes, it is.
No, but it is just an absolute, again, it's a gem of biodiversity. But just the tranquility, and if we get more people on the river, such as yourself, I think that just draws more attention to it, and people are cognizant of the fact that, hey, this is a resource that I personally benefit from because it's my drinking water.
Certainly.
But also just the future for recreation. There's actually some really good fishing there in certain sections of it that we don't really recognize. So aside from the diversity, we want to stress the recreation and, of course, the water supply.
Water supply. How many people do you expect to have? Are y'all all going to go put them together and try to stay together throughout the 10 days?
What we anticipate, because a lot of people, this is going to be my vacation from work. So a lot of people aren't able to take the full 10 to 14 days to do this. So some have suggested meeting along the way. There'll be people putting in along the Duck River in Bedford County. We expect to have some join us in Murray County, or Columbia.
Sure.
They have a city park right there, right on the river's edge in Columbia. So we'll be meeting some folks there. We just think if you're a kindred spirit and you have interest in just being on the river for an hour or 6 hours or a couple of days, come join us.
That's great. How can people get in touch with you and find out about the society?
Absolutely. www.duckriverwatershedsociety.com. So that's our website.
Now, at some point you have some cleanups too, don't you?
We had it earlier in March.
Okay, that's what I thought.
So we were like 50 volunteers.
Right, great.
Right there at the, we call it Fire Lake Boat Ranch.
Yeah, no, we know exactly where it is.
And we collected like 3 tons of garbage.
Outstanding.
In just a 3-hour period. So there's lots of litter, but that too is an awareness campaign.
Certainly.
We had a big dumpster full of garbage, and just showing the impact of people kind of tossing their water bottle out their car.
Sure.
It gets in a ditch, it starts to flood, all that has to go.
It gets in the lake,
It gets in the river. And there we have it.
There you go.
And it becomes there, it stays there until we remove it. So that was part of it.
For some of you new folks, and this young man right here works in California.
I do. I'm a frontline ICU nurse.
And but his home is in Manchester. And for a lot of you new folks that are coming into our area, which there are plenty.
Oh, many.
Learn more about the beauty and the care that needs to be taken of this community and this environment that we all love so much. Find out from Kevin right here and through his society, and volunteer and get involved. You just might have some fun.
Absolutely.
Kevin, thank you, my friend, very much.
Thank you.
Have a great trip.
We shall.
Look forward to hearing a report on it. Okay.
I'll get back to you.
Okay, buddy.
Thank you.
After these messages, we'll be right back.
For many senior citizens, life looks like this, but it doesn't have to. When you make your home at Parkview Senior Living, life after retirement takes on a whole new meaning. Daily exercise options, fun outings, happy hour, game nights, movies and popcorn, arts and crafts, enjoying friends over chef-prepared meals. Parkview Senior Living, where you're always home, but you're never home alone.
There's a lot of talk about the risks associated with the COVID-19 vaccine, but the reality is, it's safer than going for a run. Give it a shot. Find a free appointment today at covid19.tn.gov.
We tend to lose our motivation when we have something that's chronic, but you've got to do what you can early on as you can. After I'd exercise like that, I would have a lot of energy to do housework or whatever I needed. Well, I would recommend it highly to anyone at any degree of Parkinson.
Let us champion your recovery. Life Care Center of Tullahoma.
Welcome back. The Tennessee Wildlife Resources Agency will be celebrating National Hunting and Fishing Day on Saturday. On this special day and 50th anniversary of its establishment, the rich tradition of fishing, hunting, and target shooting will be observed, recognizing the conservation efforts of sportsmen and women across the country. The day also coincides with the start of the statewide fall archery season for deer and the fall archery season for turkey in selected counties. TWRA Executive Director Jason Maxton said, quote, "We welcome all Tennesseans to go outdoors and experience the joys of hunting and fishing. We offer a wide variety of educational events for beginners interested in trying out new activity, and we are proud of our experienced hunters and anglers who contribute to conservation and wildlife management with the purchase of their licenses." End quote. National Hunting and Fishing Day was established by the U.S. Congress in 1972 and recognizes hunters and anglers for their contributions to wildlife conservation. The National Hunting and Fishing Day is an event celebrated in all 50 states annually on the fourth Saturday in September. Together with federal aid programs, wildlife conservation efforts are funded mainly by the money sportsmen and women spend on their license fees, as well as the taxes they pay on certain types of outdoor recreational equipment that includes firearms, ammunition, and fishing gear. These funds support conservation programs, habitat acquisitions, and outdoor recreation opportunities in Tennessee and across the nation. And stay with us. We'll have your weather forecast right after these messages.
Hi there, this is Terry Stroop, Stroop's Accurate Refrigeration. Summer's about to wind down, fall's right around the corner. It's time to get signed up for your fall maintenance checks, and let's get out and support our local high school football this year. Let's go, Cats!
Macarthur Manor Assisted Living is passionate about creating better experiences for our Manchester seniors. Our residents describe us in a few words.
Welcoming.
When you walk through the doors at Macarthur Manor, we'll treat you like family. Caring. Through high standards of personalized care, we help residents live life to its fullest.
Engaging.
With a wide range of life-enriching activities, there is something for everyone at Macarthur Manor. With our residents and staff now vaccinated, call us today to schedule your safe and personalized tour.
Hi, I'm Fran Gray with Alzheimer's Tennessee. When you receive a diagnosis of Alzheimer's disease for yourself or someone you love, please know that you do not have to go through this journey alone. Alzheimer's Tennessee is here for you to provide support and education, all the help you may need to get through this challenge. Our number is 931-434-2348. We encourage you to give us a call. We're here to help.
We teach Parkinson's patients how to move big and not let the Parkinson's slow them down. I've had patients I've treated in-house that could not even stand up, could not roll over in the bed, left the facility walking with a walker, have come back to us in outpatient and continued their big program and are now completely, handling life. The success of the program is just phenomenal.
Let us champion your recovery. Life Care Center of Tullahoma.
Welcome back. We'll take a look at your weather forecast at this time, starting with your weather history on this date. Our record high was in 1955 at 96 degrees. Record low was in 1927 at 34 degrees. The average high for this day is 80 degrees and the average low is 58. Partly cloudy for tonight with a low of 49. Mostly sunny for Friday with a high of 76 and a low of 48. And sunny skies for Saturday for the 41A Festival with a high of 76 and a low of 50. And that's our News Leader Report for this evening. We invite you to join us each Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday evenings at 6, 8, and 10 p.m. for News Leader. Stay safe. Have a great evening.